Today I built something that I don't really need, but actually I do because it's awesome. The Safari's a high roof, and unfortunately I'm only an average guy, so the upside to that is that I have a little bit of extra space I can use for storage. So I built an overhead shelf over the front seats. Really, I just wanted a TV. I needed something to mount the TV on, that's why there's a shelf there. So the first issue when you build a shelf is that the ceiling light is no help anymore. So I wanted to do something premium and do a recessed LED strip in the shelf. Well, actually I just had all the stuff lying around, so I didn't want to spend money on a light, so I did that option. Maybe I should have measured this before I cut it. And to the person that did this before, why didn't you make it straight? It was close enough, you know, I understand. Alright, so now I've got a 20mm line, or 20mm wide thing. So I just have to cut that groove out for my recess for my light. Right, so far, basically what we have is the wooden shelf, just the base itself, with this groove cut in it. An aluminium like LED channel is going to go in this groove so that I can have a recessed LED light in the ceiling. This gives you a basic idea of what I'm going for with the extrusion. I chiseled out the groove for the LED strip, and I punched the chisel right through the whole piece of wood, so I reinforced the back of the wood with a bit of ply over where I'd broken through. I didn't film it because I was too busy being disappointed in myself. When you're lying in the bed, that's going to look like that. That's going to be a lip for the shelf, and the bit in the middle is for the TV to mount on. I shaped and cut out the upstand for the shelf. I then installed my light switch before covering the whole lot with carpet. The glue that I used to stick the carpet to the shelf said that I'd have 2 minutes to reposition it. That was a lie. I had no minutes to reposition it, it just stuck instantly, and I'd already installed the switch, so when we stuck it down it just was covering the switch and we had to pull it back up to reposition it, and the whole backing ripped off and stayed attached. It was absolutely ridiculous, but whatever, it's fine I guess. We made it work. It was actually really satisfying to see the LED channel going in. After the stress of a few things going wrong, it was really good to see it turn out exactly how I was hoping it would. So this is pretty much the bottom of the shelf completed. It's got the LED extrusion recessed into the wood. I think it's really cool. Got my switch. It's got on, off and door. So that's going to be the ceiling above your head when you're sitting in the front seat. Once I carpeted the upstand, I attached it using some really strong brackets, since this is going to have the weight of the TV hanging off of it. Nice. You just solder tails onto this LED strip. This soldering iron is extremely bad. I think the breeze is blowing the heat away before it can melt this. Before I give up, I'm going to try my high output battery. Literally just holding the solder on the tip of the soldering iron and it's just sitting there. Alright, this soldering iron plugs into power. It's super old and it should be way better. Guess we'll see how we go. Alright, the strip's in there. So I'm going to have my shelf up here, which has the lights and stuff in it. So I need to power them. There was an old ceiling light here. That's not much use when I've got a roof below that. A ceiling below that. Usually my style is to just have wires dangling around, going straight where they need to go, but I guess I could try and do it better, maybe. Anyway, I think I can feel them over here. So what I'm thinking is I'll just bring the wires out where the shelf meets up with the wall and they can run straight onto it instead of just dangling through the middle of nowhere. I need to make a hole. Man, this stuff is tough. There appears to be stuff holding it, which is not very convenient. I can't pull it through. That's gotta be it, right? Alright. Wiring rerouted from here to here. Now I've got to try stick all this fabric and stuff back. It will never be the same. No, that's a bad attitude. It will be the same straight away. I mean, when I'm gonna put it back perfectly, very easily. It's kind of average. Average is the new perfect. I think I'm ready to just try it out, see if it fits. Literally nothing can possibly go wrong with this. Yep, I think that's pretty much right. It's perfect. Should have thought about how I'm going to make it stay here. Why am I bleeding? How does that just happen automatically? I didn't even do anything to cut my hand. It just... Usually I say something's going to go perfectly and it doesn't, but this time it did, so awesome. I think I put the brackets on backwards, but they're already on there, so I can't really take them off. Well, I could, but I don't have that kind of energy, you know? Man, what a nice shelf. Now, for the moment of truth, does it work? Of course it works. It was always going to work. Such an ugly color though. I was really hoping it was going to be anything except that. Why do we even have a strip this color? Like, who would buy this for their house? And finally, it is done. Here we have a completed shelf. Come back next week when I continue the build and get one step closer to enjoying my ideal camping setup.